So, welcome back to Farmlet Quest episode 7. The lawn is now done. So, going back to episode 1, as you might remember, have we got the mower going? Yes. Have we established our core perimeter around these resource generating buildings? Well, yes. That's 2 big ticks. So you'll remember that I said when the mowing was done, we are looking at branching, opportunistic strategies emerging from our perimeter here. But we are also testing the limits and maxing out our use of cardboard and of poison and the mower, in fact, which exactly as I described has completely blown out our strategic overview as we assault the enemy from our established perimeter positions and take the fight to the former extent of our frontiers across the full 2.5 acres of the property. So we're going with a 3-part revision of the 3 episodes to see where we're at, because I told you when the mower is in operation it's a game changer. And so all of our old problems just trying to hold the perimeter are pretty much swept aside, and we are coming face to face with new levels of challenges that have not actually managed to be completed in any previous playthrough. So the question must be asked first before we proceed: is the recovery campaign complete? Has this garden been recovered? Well, not in my mind until every single dead tree and collapsed outpost of former frontier activity has been accounted for. So this episode we're going to revise the core strategy, revisiting where some of the concepts we already outlined are placing us as we look to take the offensive from this perimeter. But in the next 2 episodes we're going to look at the outer perimeter to revise our full strategy now that we have used the mower and cardboard attacks to create much further access basically across the full area of the property. So we're not confined to the core perimeter and in fact are sweeping into breaches to begin our flanking and enveloping movements, establishing new frontiers and front lines. Oh, and then we're going to look at the new mission trees branching forward to take us to that essential first boss quest right here in securing another brand new building to expand our resources, because what you will see is the strategies taking us to this new building boss quest all revolve around a deeper macro strategy where these buildings and the resources they provide can be leveraged to make sensational gains when you recruit an NPC to this building. As many NPCs who can be recruited to buildings actually possess excellent bonuses that can become core to your next strategic gains, progressing into that mid-game tier. So to get into this episode's revision of the core strategy, now that the mower is going, and that means our core perimeter has been secured, it's easy to see how we've just completely opened up multiple new attack lines that have brought areas like the pond here into the fighting. And what you will see here is some fairly typical battlefield engagement breaking up as we sent all of our broccoli forces to this front. So you can already see the cardboard being laid down and slabs of whatever crap, because in using the mower and the cardboard to break open deep breaches, surging into this enemy combat zone has already seen us hitting that ceiling I described, where the enemy fronts are being smashed by these mower attacks, cardboard attacks, but the inherent low intensity and low investment nature of this kind of strategy means we really need to level up simply from using the cardboard as we have. And so because I really have maxed out the cardboard strategy, and that has given way to the purchase of these 25 square meter weed maps from the Bunnings. It is annoying I lost my phone because it had all the pics that showed you how this weed matting actually replaced enormous amounts of crap and cardboard for a much improved, tidier look. But also, all the old scrappy veterans have now been deployed to this new battle zone here opening up around the pond. We're initiating a major occupation of this pond area and around this zone here, which I have actually designated as a future building spot for a dome-like hobbit structure that will underline the character of this pond area. Now this also takes us back, as I described, to where we arrive here on the southern front, where we can take a solid look at what defeat on the battlefield looks like as this blackberry monster weed super weapon that I thought I could contain has basically wiped out all but a couple of trees, and other trees and shrubs that I foolishly believed would take the onslaught of this blackberry super weapon have just been wiped out. And only meager evidence that they were ever here, so already you can see evidence of the fighting is breaking out here, and if you peek around the corner you will see allied forces of our vassals have got the situation bailed up on the opposing flank. But you can see it's quite clear there's going to be an ongoing battle here to keep this front from collapsing. As we turn to the west here, you will see my Soviet orange trench. My little orange grove I've got going on here has been recovered once again from the brink, and so we've got a major tactical outlook forming over this area between the oranges here and my pond. And this is where the majority of our springtime assault on the other side of winter is likely to unfold. This is where the planning stages are taking place. Now if we flip over to the other side of our inner core perimeter on the northeast side, you'll remember we were going in on the offense with the cardboard and gravel specifically into this area as part of laying the foundations for the first boss quest of securing a brand new building here. And just as I said, now that the mower is back into the attack, backed by heavy cardboard along these lines of assault through these access pathways, and access is just opened up, giving us incredible maneuverability to attack the weeds from all sides. Any side that becomes opportunistic to start hoeing into them, and yet we see it's all forming around that core goal of getting a new building into this position and having secure pathways, because this harks back to another concept around the mower, that you're trying to do what you can to use the garden to max out whatever bonuses are available when you're able to recruit a new NPC into this new building. Now, like I mentioned when we were first bailed up in the first episode, we do have 2 building platforms for new buildings, but we have no builder and now only limited building resources. So it's all about where you can pull the levers in the gameplay to use what you do have to get what you need. So yeah, this was just a quick revision of where our previous core tactical advances described in the previous episodes as we dealt with the mower issues are taking us to now. And the continuation of that is looking now beyond this core perimeter in the next episodes to the full outer limits of the full territory, and then also how we're bringing in new branching mission trees here to progress, to unlock that boss quest, getting that new building. So I will catch you again next time on this Farmlet Quest.